Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys. Long story short, we're going to get back into some YouTube content and we're going to be playing some Legends of Runeterra because right now this game just has my heart and it's so fun to play. Along with Legends of Runeterra, we'll also be having some Magic the Gathering content coming out as well. So be on the lookout for that. But anyways, yeah, let's hop into the deck I'm presenting you guys today, which is Mushrooms of Death. Alrighty guys, let's talk about our very first card in this Mushrooms of Death list. And it is our favorite man, the best champion in the game, Teemo. Teemo is a 1/1 with elusive. Whenever he strikes your opponent's Nexus, he puts 5 poison puff caps, all random cards in the enemy deck, and he levels up if you planted 15 plus more poison puff caps into your opponent's deck. Now, before we can even talk about Teemo, we need to talk about another card in the deck as well, which is a 1-mana card called Mushroom Cloud. This is a burst spell which plants 5 poison puff caps on random cards in the opponent's deck. Now, the reason I'm bringing this card up now is because this card has a lot to do with the deck. It's what the deck's based around. We're going to be getting a lot of these Mushroom Clouds in our hand. This is how you get Teemo to level up, is with these Mushroom Cloud cards. When he levels up, he turns into a 2/2. Whenever he strikes your opponent's Nexus, he doubles the amount of puff caps in your opponent's deck, which is huge. Now, let's talk about the downsides of Teemo. He's a 1/1, and then when he levels up, he's a 2/2. He can get hit by almost any removal in the game. The downside of us running Shadow Isles instead of Ionia is that we don't have access to Deny, which eventually we will run that deck, because I know that deck's really good and I do want to play it, but I really like Shadow Isles right now. But we have a lot of removal to help us deal with problems Teemo might face, like other elusive units and things like that. Before we hop into our next card, one last thing is when you do draw a second Teemo in hand, you get the Teemo's Mushroom Cloud, which is just the basic Mushroom Cloud, plus it puts a Teemo back into your deck. Alrighty guys, so let's talk about our next champion. We're going to go over all the champions first. There's only 2 more to go over that are in the deck. I'd run more, but I don't have any more. Once I have access to make some more, we'll make some more and put some more in. The next guy we're going to talk about is a must-have in this deck. If I had more, I'd run more. I'd probably run 3 copies of him if I did. And he is Thresh. Thresh is a 5-mana 3/6 with Challenger, and he has level up. I've seen 6+ units die. So this card's great because it allows us to deal with other elusive units, which is a big thing in the meta right now, and it helps our Teemo get through. So when you swing, you got Thresh, you can pull maybe a elusive unit down to Thresh. If you can get Teemo to hit 1 time with that double the puff caps in your opponent's deck, it's big. So Thresh is great in that way. And then also when Thresh levels up, which is not the main goal of this deck, he's really here for the Challenger, but you can give him to level up fairly often. When he does level up, he has the first time I attack this game, summon an attacking champion from your deck or hand. This is great with Teemo because you're able to get Teemo in and double those puff caps. Like I said, this is a card I'd run multiple copies of if I had multiple copies. Unfortunately, we have 1, so I only have 1 in the deck. So if you have multiple copies, run multiple copies, and I'll tell you other things you can cut in this list. Now, let's talk about our last champion, which is Hecarim. Hecarim's awesome, man. He's not a card that you really need in this list if you really don't want to. He just applies a lot of pressure. And I really like this card because he's just so good. Being able to summon those shrouds are just great, or ephemerals. I forget what they're called. Anyways, Hecarim is a 6-mana overwhelm. He has attack, summon 2 spectral riders. That's what they are. And then he has level up. You have attack to a 6+ ephemeral allies. Don't know if I said that right. But anyways, you're never going to level this guy up in this deck. It's just not going to happen because the only ephemeral stuff we have in the deck is the spectral riders that you're going to be summoning from him. This is a card I'd probably cut for another Thresh if I had another one. But also, Hecarim is great. He applies a lot of pressure. He is a 4/6, so he can eat a lot of damage as well. And in the late game, you can push through and hit the enemy Nexus for quite a bit of damage while you're waiting for your mushrooms to kind of go off. Because in the late game, your mushrooms are going to start racking up, and start hitting them. Now let's get into the chunk of the deck, which is the minions. Our first one we're going to be talking about is Eager Apprentice. I love this guy. He's a great 2-mana card. He's a great card for this deck. This is a card you definitely want to run 3 of if you have. He is a 2-mana 2/1, and when he's summoned, he refills 2 spell mana, which is at 3 spell mana kind of reserve. He refills 2 of the spots, which is great in this deck because a lot of our spells, which we'll go over last, are 2 mana or less. We do have some that are a little more, but most of our spells are 2 mana or less, and definitely with the Mushroom Clouds you're getting from a lot of your cards, this guy really just helps you pump them out a little bit faster. Also allows you to use your removal if needed. Good combos with this card is Glimpse Beyond, which I think every Shadow Isles deck runs. You're able to, like I said, also push out your Mushroom Clouds because you're going to have a lot of them in your hand. So he's just a great card. And also, as a 2-mana 2/1, he can trade with a lot of early game stuff. Now, moving on to our next one. This one is just, it's pretty simple to go over. It's Clumpawumps. I love the card names of the mushroom guys. Clumpawumps is just a 2-mana 2/2, and when he's summoned, you create a mushroom cloud in hand. Really nothing much to go over here. He's a must-have in all the mushroom decks. Definitely want to run 3 of them if you have them. Next is kind of iffy of a card. We don't have to run in this deck if you don't want to, but I really like him in this list, and I really highly recommend him, which is Use Cast Salesman. And I haven't really seen him in any other list, but what he is, he's a 3-mana 3/2 that when he's summoned, he summons 2 Caustic Cask. And I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize. And the Caustic Cask are 0/1s that they have Ephemeral, so when they die at the end of the turn, they deal 1 damage each Nexus. Now, Use Cast Salesman combos well with things like Glimpse Beyond, because you can use Glimpse Beyond on the cast. The cast also trigger the Thresh, I'm pretty sure. I haven't had that interaction yet, but they should trigger that. That would make sense. But he's just great, and he trades with a lot of stuff. So you can beat down your opponent's deck just a tad bit while your mushrooms are still doing damage. And in the late game, if you draw them and your opponent's really low, sometimes that 2 damage, and then it goes to your opponent's turn and he draws, and say a mushroom hit, one card hits him for like 5 damage. That's big. You can almost win off that. Great card so far. I've been enjoying them in the list. Our next guy is Puffcap Peddler. Puffcap Peddler is a key component to this deck, a must-have, 3 of in this list if you have them. First off, he has one of my favorite lines in the game, which is, "I'm a peddler, not a meddler." Anyways, he's a key card with the deck. He has, when you cast a spell, plant 3 poison puff caps on random cards in the enemy deck. Keyword in this is cast a spell. It could be any spell in your deck. We have a lot of cheap spells, but if you can combo the Mushroom Cloud on this guy, you're playing 8 poison puff caps in the opponent's deck. Things like Eager Apprentice, playing that and keeping your mana reserve filled is great with this guy, because you could play this guy on 3 mana, maybe have 2 extra mana in your mana reserve, and then play 2 Mushroom Clouds out of your hand if you have them. And then you're getting, 16 puff caps in your opponent's deck that turn. This is great. This is a great card. Make sure you run them. You know, you try to keep them safe on the board if you can. If you have to trade with him, you trade with him. He's a 3-mana 3/3, and he helps you get your game plan going. So, great card. Moving on to our 4 drops, we're going to talk about Jumpwump. This card's great. It's a 4-mana 4/4. I mean, there's nothing you can't like about that. And then he has, when I'm summoned, create 2 Mushroom Clouds in hand. This is a great engine in the deck to keep your hand filled with Mushroom Clouds, to play them when you have your Puffcat Peddler on board, to play them before your Teemo hits in and swings, and then double them. He's an amazing card, must have in the deck, run 3 of. Now we're going to get on to some kind of janky stuff that I really like in this list. We are running 3 copies of Chronicle of Ruin. He's a 4-mana 3/3 with play. Kill an ally, then revive it. If you guys have not experienced this card yet, or have not really understood how this card works, basically, when you kill an ally and revive it, you can't play this and trigger a card that has another playability. For example, I cannot play Chronicle of Ruin to kill another Chronicle of Ruin to just kind of combo and keep comboing and keep comboing. So this does not trigger on playabilities. What it does trigger on is when I'm summoned abilities. For example, our Use Cast Salesman, or any of our mushroom makers like the Chumpwump or Clumpawumps, things like that. So this card's really good at keeping our hand filled with mushrooms is the goal. Also, like I said, you can use it on the Use Cast Salesman if you want to beat them down a little faster and things like that. I really like this card. Probably one of my favorite cards in Shadow Isles. I almost try to fit this guy in almost any Shadow Isles deck I build just because he's fun to play. So the last 2, we're going to drop down all the way to 8 mana. So we went from 4 mana to 8. So our next guy is Commander Ledros. Commander Ledros is great. We're only running 1 copy of him because you only need 1 copy of him. If you have 2, you can run 2 if you want. He's good at 1 because he returns back to your hand. Anyway, what he is, he's an 8 mana, 8/6 with Fearsome, and then he has play. Cut the enemy Nexus health in half, which is great. Works with the game plan. You want to beat down your opponent's Nexus, and then hopefully the mushrooms beat them down. And then he has Last Breath, return me to your hand, which is great. So he's an 8/6 that you play, you cut the enemy Nexus hand, you trade with their strongest guy, he goes back to your hand, you play him again, and eventually playing him enough, you're probably only going to play him once before your mushrooms kill him anyway, but if you play him twice, he's definitely dead with this guy. Commander Ledros is great. And then moving on to our last card. Now we're running 2 copies of this. It's a 10 mana card. It's Plaza Guardian. He has quick attack, and he has reduced my cost by 1 for each spell you've cast this game. If you guys have not noticed, we get a lot of Mushroom Clouds in this deck. They're only 1 mana. The only cheaper we can get is 0. This is a great card. We're going to reduce this cost a lot. By the time you get to Plaza Guardian, hopefully you don't get them in your opening hand or anything, but hopefully you get him towards mid-game. If you get him in mid-game, he's probably going to cost maybe 4, 5 mana at the most. You don't want to play him any more than that. Hopefully will be a 5 mana 6/6 with quick attack. You can beat down with this guy. Also, he can eat a little bit of damage. So he's a great card. I like him a lot. I would not recommend running 3 of them. I was running 3 when I first built the deck. I felt like it was a little much, and I cut it out, and I put something else in. But it's pretty good at 2 copies. Lastly, let's move over to our spells, excluding the Mushroom Cloud because we've already talked about it. Our spells, we're going to go over pretty quick. I mean, they're all just must-haves in the deck. First off, we got the Mystic Shot, which is a 2 mana, deal 2 to anything. You could up this to 3 if you want, if you feel like cutting another spell off the deck. I might run 3 just because elusives have been such an issue, but it's a great card. It's good removal. You can deal 2 to anything, so you can even hit their Nexus if you want. Helps beat down, but most of the time, I'm running this card specifically right now to deal with elusive units. I might run 3. Next up, we're running Glimpse Beyond. Glimpse Beyond is kill an ally, draw 2. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Card draw is card draw. You gotta find it somewhere, and Shadow Isles, this is it. And it's good. You know, you can use these on the cask. You can use this on maybe a Chumpawumps when he's done being useful, or an Eager Apprentice. What's actually nice is, I'm pretty sure I brought this up earlier, is you can play Eager Apprentice, refill your 2 spell mana, and then play Glimpse Beyond on the Eager Apprentice, draw 2. I really like Glimpse Beyond. Moving down, we're running 3 copies of Black Spear. Now, I'm running 3 copies of this because it helps deal with, like, hardier units. It has, if an ally died this round, deal 3 to an enemy unit. You can almost always trade with something and then deal 3 to something and kill it. It's a great card. Also really helps deal with like some champions like Zed, which can be an issue at times, and some other guys. But like I said, I really am trying to combat the elusive deck right now. It's the deck I keep running into. Next up is kind of a filler card. I'm only running 1 copy, which is Withering Wail. It has deal 1 to all enemy units and heal your Nexus 3. So if you're falling behind, it heals your Nexus a little bit, and also really helps deal with like decks that go wide, like the Spider deck. The deck this card doesn't really go well against, if it goes wide, is like the Demacia deck. But other than that, this card really helps with the Spider deck though. But you can cut it for other things. I've been thinking about cutting it. I just kind of like a 1 of in here right in case I hit that Spider deck. And then lastly is just 7 mana. We're running 2 of them. It's Vengeance, kill a unit. Can't get any more basic than that. Gotta run them if you're in Shadow Isles. Gotta run at least 2. All right, guys. So here's the deck. We're gonna play some games. Now, before we hop into the games, let me warn you, this ain't the best deck ever. It's definitely a work in progress. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. Hopefully you guys enjoy the deck anyway. It's a fun deck. So yeah, let's hop to it. Alrighty, guys, let's hop into it and play our games. We're gonna hop in with mushrooms here. I am working on the mushrooms elusive list. I've said it a few times in the deck tech, but we are working on that list. So anyways, here we go. Oh, we're playing blue-red, so this might be the deal damage deck that we're playing against. And if it is, it's actually pretty good for us. We can deal with this deck pretty well. Opening hand here, Glimpse Beyond's great. Black Spear's great. Probably don't want this in the early game. I'll probably cut the Black Spear too. I do like a little bit of removal in the early game. Chumpawump is great, but I want to get an Eager Apprentice here. I really want to get a... we didn't get him. I really want to get a Teemo there because we are on offense first. So if I can go Teemo turn 1 swing, nothing to do here. We do have Clumpawumps though, which we can play. Also, if you guys see, I have these fancy stuff on here. We can see our opponent's deck in our graveyard. If you guys want to see how to get this overlay, I will leave it down in the description. It's must have. Anyways, he passed to us. We are going to play a Clumpawumps here and put a Mushroom Cloud into our hand. Also in here, we got a Use Cast Salesman, which combos great with the Chronicle of Ruin. So what I do with the Mushroom Clouds, it's really up to you. You can save them in your hand and wait to combo with like a Puffcat Peddler. I really like to get them going ASAP. I really don't like to waste mana. But it's really up to you and what you want to do. I'm gonna play it because we got that 1 mana. We're gonna already get it started. It depends on really what's in my hand. If I draw into like a Peddler like early game, I'll save them, but you don't have to. It's you know. We'll go right to offense, swing for 2. I really like to swing before I play creatures. That way your opponent doesn't have a chance. So you get that damage in almost always. See what our opponent plays here. He might play the 3 mana 2/4. Oh, Kindly Tavern Keeper. Interesting. So he healed it for 3. We're going to play Use Cast Salesman, and we're going to summon this Caustic Cask. Apologize for the dogs. If you want to see more of my dogs, come by on stream. S1 Claws on Twitch and you can find me. Draven's biggest fan. When I'm summoned, move Draven to the top of your deck if you don't already have him. Wow! What? I think that might be the first time I've seen that card played. Interesting. Okay, we got 4 mana to spend. I can play Chronicle of Ruin and get another used Cast Salesman. Because if he swings, I could also play Chump One, but I don't need to right now. I could also kill our 2/2 and get another Mushroom Cloud in hand. Right now, maybe it's just more useful to beat him down a little faster. So you guys can kind of see how that trigger works now with the, like, see it says when I'm summoned trigger. Is a possibility maybe I should save a little bit of mana because I am sitting on the Mystic Shots. I'm going to save the Mystic Shots for Draven. I think Draven's, what, a 3/2? He might be a 4/3. If he's a 4/3, we really want to draw into a Black Spear. There is a Black Spear. So first things first, we're going to go right into combat, swing with a 3/2 and a 3/3. Actually, do I want to play on the defensive? Yeah, we'll swing with just a 3/3. I don't need to swing with the 3/2. If anything, he's just going to trade with the Draven's biggest fan. And with this deck, you don't need to play on the offensive. You can play on the defensive and let your mushrooms do work. Unfortunately, we haven't drawn many mushrooms. If I drew the team, I'd be pretty happy. We're going to... Okay. Frostbite. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm actually really happy he did this here because... I'm not going to waste the 2 mana to... Because if I would have swung with the Use Cast Salesman, he would have got the kill on the Use Cast Salesman, which would have felt bad. There's the Draven. Me too, kiddo. Yeah, Draven is a 3/3. I thought he was. All right, to combat his Draven, then we'll play a Chumpawump and put 2 mushrooms in our hand. That'll leave us 1 mana left over, and I think I'm going to save that mana because I got a Black Spear and double Mystic Shot in hand. Ooh, Puffcat Peddler, baby! Here we go! Okay, so he's swinging out. He's going to give allies +1. That's fine. We'll just chump this. I struck twice with spinning axes. Time for the money. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna Black Spear him anyway. So, do I just let him hit me? I've struck twice with spinning axes. Probably not, because we don't want him to even strike. I guess I can let him strike me, right? He gets 1 trigger. What's it do when he transforms? Play or strike, create 2 spinning axes in hand. What am I looking to play this term? That's 5 mana. You break it, you buy it. We'll go trades like this. No, I don't want the Draven to hit me at all. Oh, wait. It's I'm an idiot. I wasn't thinking there. You're gonna need that. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people play that card. Great, now he's gonna level up. Now Black Spear is not gonna do shit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't like that I can't follow up my, like... Some plays I don't like about that. I'm gonna play Hicarium. Let's apply some pressure. I need to get the Puffcat Peddler out into the Mushroom Clouds. Yeah, that's so unfortunate, man, that he was just able to do that. So I'm going to double swing, and the reason I'm double swinging here is because with the Draven... I kind of hope he trades with the Draven on my Hecarium. That'd be great. If the Draven doesn't, and maybe trades here, I can Mystic Shot it. So, unfortunately, the deck right now, we're kind of seeing more of an... It's playing a little bit more aggro than what it's designed to do. What we want to do with this list is really get the puff cap stuff going. So he doesn't have Deny in this list because he's not playing Ionia. So there, I can Mystic Shot. Okay, wait, he's got something. Sure. These only buff its attack, right? Yes. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's rough. We're gonna have to Black Spear that. That's fine. His whole hand is basically just spitting axes, I guess. So we're gonna go Puffcap Peddler first, and you guys will see why, because we want to plant those. I want to plant those poison Puffcaps into his list or into his deck. Normally, I would like to combo with the Mushroom Cloud. I mean, I can. We'll play one Mushroom Cloud this turn too. Why not? Hopefully, there's not another buff coming our way. Oh, we got him to surrender. Well, that's why we're running the removal on this list. Unfortunately, the deck didn't play how I wanted it to play with all the mushroom stuff. We didn't get it going. The problem is, we didn't really draw a lot of it, and that deck was kind of playing a little bit aggressive on me, so we had to play a little bit aggressive back on him. Also leveled up our Shadow Isles. Let's go ahead and play another game. Oh, I just realized we're playing normal and not ranked. Oops. Apologies. Well, okay. Interesting. He's playing Shadow Isles and Frajorn, or however you pronounce it. Interesting. Okay, sure. I like the 2-3-4 that we got going here. We'll drop the Vengeance. If I can get Teemo, I'm going to scream. Nope. We got Puffcap Peddler, which is actually fantastic. So I think... So ideally, we want to go Clump-O-Wumps, and we really want to go Teemo, Clump-O-Wumps, Puffcap Peddler, Chump-Wump. Come on, Teemo, right off the top. Chronicle of Ruin's fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play Clump-O-Wumps. We'll go Clump-O-Wumps this turn, Puffcap Peddler next turn, into like a Chump-Wump, and we're going to hit him for a lot. Hopefully. We're not going to swing, because he's just going to draw a card off the Sentry. So, I think he's going to be playing a bit of Control. Because when I play Control, these are the two colors I like to play, because blue has a lot of draw, and then green has a lot of removal, so...
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. In Avarosa's name. I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler. We do have to watch out because he has 2 mana open. He might feast me here. If he goes ahead and feast me, we're playing Mushroom Cloud just to get at least 1 trigger. Actually, I'm going to play the Mushroom Cloud now. This is going to put 8 mushrooms in his list. Now you guys can kind of see the list kind of work a little better. Hopefully he doesn't feast me here. That'd feel bad. Yeah, there is the Vile Feast. That's fair. I should have blocked with the 2-2 and kept up my my Peddler. That's unfortunate. Oh, Eager Apprentice is great. So maybe we should go for swings first. Should I play my big guy and then go for swings? That's an option. Yeah, I'm going to play my big guy and then try to swing. Hopefully he doesn't play anything big here. He's playing a control list, so he might not be. So what's nice about getting these Mushroom Clouds in our hands, I can go Eager Apprentice and then basically get the 2 mana back to play the Mushroom Clouds if I want. Yeah, there's a Chronicle of Ruin. That's rough. We're gonna be on the defensive here. The 4/4s are pretty rough. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't. I kind of wish I traded with the Clump-a-Wumps instead of trying to keep both of my creatures alive there. It's okay. Feels bad. We'll take 4 or 5. You might have another Vile Feast here for my Chump-Wump. That's quite the possibility. And right in case he does, well, Chronicle of Ruin, we're gonna do this, and the reason we're gonna do this because it's gonna kill it and bring it back as a 4/4, so we can't Vile Feast it. Also, give me more mushrooms in my hand.
That's an egg.
Hapless Aristocrat. We're gonna pop one of these mushrooms. I wish we draw into Teemo. We are running 3 Teemos in the list. Glimpse Beyond. Yeah, he's going to get another 4/4 here. That's rough. Yeah, 2 4/4s are going to be pretty rough to deal with. Our deck doesn't have no big boys in it. We got a lot of removal in it, so... unfortunately, playing against Shadow Lives is pretty difficult. I think they're probably the best faction. That's just my opinion. I like them the best. Black Spear too. Okay, that's fine. If I can draw another Clump-a-Wumps, I'd be pretty happy. Use Cast Salesman not doing much for me right now because not really what I want. I might just play like the Eager Apprentice to get some mana back. He's gonna swing on me, right? So let's go. Let's go Eager Apprentice. Oh no, he can't swing it. I'm swinging. I'm sorry. I just realized. So with this deck, I want to be on the defensive. I'm about to just start pumping all these mushrooms in his deck. I really wish I had a Peddler before I can do it though, because if I had a Peddler, I'm hitting, you know, these are a lot of mushrooms going in his deck. We got, you know, 2 of our mana slots filled. Maybe I'll just go Clump-a-Wumps into Clump-a-Wumps. The reason I'm not playing the Cast Salesman is because I'm already down to 14. He's at 20. It's not really where I want to be. I might Glimpse Beyond as well. Right now I'm just trying to fill up my board because we can win in the I can win in the late game with just the mushrooms alone if I draw the right cards. If he doesn't nuke my board, yeah, an Avalanche is not good for me. Oh, man. I needed those blockers. There's a Teemo. Eager Apprentice. Okay. I'm gonna hope to God our Teemo doesn't die here. Wait. I'm gonna go just so he can't Vile Feast it. We're gonna pop one of those first before we Vile Feast, and now I'm gonna go Teemo. There's a chance he has a Black Spear in hand. That is a chance. If he he could have Mystic Shot too. No, he doesn't! Yes, we get the double in his deck! Woo! It's not that much because we only put like 15 or 16 in there, but now it's up to like 30 something. That plays really big for us. Hopefully every card he draws at this point has mushrooms on it. Even 1 damage is oh my god, another Teemo. Look how many mushrooms we got at this point. But nothing died. That's fine because nothing died. This has Fearsome. I'm gonna start playing some of these use Cast Salesman. I gotta eat some of this damage. I don't know why he played that. That doesn't seem like a great play there. Maybe he misunderstood the card. Maybe he thought when he played it, he just kills the 2 weakest allies. Or the 2 weakest enemies. Maybe he didn't read the card all the way. Rashad is a great card, though. Ah, yeah, he surrendered. That's unfortunate. But I think we would have came back there. Even if he didn't misplay that, we did have the second Teemo in hand, which I wouldn't have played. I would have kept that in my hand, or in case he killed the first one. At that point in the game, we had enough cards where I could have just kept playing blockers, and then the mushrooms would have went off. But you guys can kind of see how the deck works. Get my vault leveled up. we're going to go ahead and play one more. Hopefully we can play a full game without our opponent conceding. It's unfortunate. I don't want to pull games from my stream, though. If you guys do want to see me pull games from my stream, let me know. Because I could just pull the best games from my stream. Because I kind of want to show you guys how the deck plays, you know, all the time. Because it's not the greatest deck in the world. We're going to be playing a pretty hardy deck. Yeah, this one's going to be rough. So, he's playing something that is actually pretty rough for us to deal with. I'm going to hopefully get a Teemo here. Vengeance is not what we want to see this early in the game. Okay. We got one Mushroom Cloud, I guess. I was kind of hoping we'd top deck like a Peddler there or a Teemo. Peddler or Teemo would be great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. So, I'm not going to pop that Mushroom Cloud until we drop the Peddler. By the time we drop the Peddler... So, yeah, anyways, problems with the list we're playing against is Braum. Braum's great. Challenger is great. If you can buff him, he becomes a monster. And the problem with Challenger is that he can pull my Teemo, which is an issue in the long term. There's a Glimpse Beyond. I'm a peddler, not a meddler. That cracks me up every time you play him. So yeah, we're gonna go. I mean, we're curving out pretty well still. I am pretty happy that we managed to get 2 wins so far. I am gonna actually skip blocks and we'll take 2. Because I don't want to give them any card draw.
There was a little fella asking for me.
There was a little fella asking for me. That's Teemo. I'm sure it's a fella asking for him.
There it is.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna follow that up with the Mushroom Cloud.
I've always been a fun guy.
So what we could do here, since it's gonna be our turn first, and instead of playing Clumpawump here, which might not be the play, what I could do, I mean, I could play Clumpa. I mean, he doesn't really have anything big on board I need to block yet, so I can abuse my Peddler while I have it on board now. I could go like Mushroom Cloud, Glimpse Beyond, and we're stacking his deck hard with mushrooms. Or I could really just go Chumpwumps here and put two guys in my deck. Well, yeah, you know what? That's probably the play. Yeah. Let's play our 4/4. I gotta keep in mind he could have Avalanche here. Avalanche could be an issue. He kills this guy, gets card draw, kills this 3/1 that he doesn't care about, ping down our Meddler. Could Avalanche. Maybe I walked into that. If he does Avalanche, though, that feels bad if we lose our Peddler. Okay, it's Braum, but the thing with Braum is that it's not his turn to swing. Braum's also not buffed currently. The only problem with Braum is when Braum levels up or Braum buffs himself. Woo! There's a Teemo. We're gonna get Teemo to transform, definitely. So, how many Mushroom Clouds can I pop here? 1, 2... We're popping all Mushroom Clouds here. He's gonna pull my Chumpwump. Interesting. I guess because I'm playing Shadow Lives, he's afraid of removal. Granted, I could have a... if I had a Black Spear, I'd be very happy. I'm not gonna... No. I think he's think... Okay, sure. So, we just loaded his deck with mushrooms. And the reason I'm popping all of them now is because Ranky's has removal for that Puff Cat Peddler. I'm scared to play the Teemo because I feel like he's going to kill it. He could he's not going to Avalanche. He's not going to kill his Braum. He could have a Mystic Shot. If he has a Mystic Shot, he's going to hit my Puff Cat Peddler with it. Should I play Teemo here or should I wait? I'm just going to wait to see if he plays anything. If he plays something here, there's no way he doesn't play anything. He's got 5 mana. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. He buffed Braum with the Braum ability. Hopefully he doesn't have removal for Teemo here. If he does, we're in trouble. If I could get Teemo to pop right here, it's game. Oh, it's not game yet, but like, so Braum's an issue. He's a 3/8 that, oh my god, another Teemo. I'm not going to pop that because I want to play Hikarum. Hopefully he didn't draw a Mystic. Oh, we got it! We got the pop, baby! Woo! Oh, we're sitting on a Vengeance. What am I talking about? We're killing Braum. So this is going to be... That card's very good. I love that card. So, actually, if we get him to trade with the Sentry, if we get him to hit the Sentry, we're going to play Hikarum here. If we kill a Sentry and make him draw a card, he's actually going to be taking damage. So he's going to be taking a ton of damage now. I'm really glad you guys are going to finally be able to see how the deck works. Only 2 damage. That's fine. Incremental, whatever that word is. We're going to be dealing a little bit at a time. Just a little bit. We're going to Vengeance off the Braum, 100%. You can play something even bigger and scarier, which could be an issue for us in the long run. But we're gonna have to deal with the Braum because him pulling. Oh, that's not good. Him pulling. Well, wait. He had to draw this turn because he played this last turn. I'm gonna wait for him to swing first before I play Vengeance. He might play something that I want to Vengeance instead. Probably not. It's probably gonna Braum's. The challenger on Braum's just too good not to want to Vengeance off. 8/7 with Overwhelm is an issue, but I'll start chumping it. Yeah, I mean, it has Overwhelm, but at least the problem with Braum is Braum's gonna... Oh! Deny? No! Recall! No! I was scared of that. But it's not leveled up. It doesn't have any damage anymore on it. It's back to an 0/5. That's fine, I guess. I guess I have to chump there.
Would a mushroom help?
I can't take all this damage. Have to block. That feels bad. Ooh, that's 3. You got me down to 10. He's in a pretty good spot. So we're gonna be on the offensive here. I'm actually just gonna swing out before he has a chance to play anything. I'm saving this second Teemo Mushroom Cloud because I'd rather keep a second Teemo in hand. Yeah, Ionia can be pretty rough. I'm fine with that trade.
This isn't part of the training.
I'm fine taking 3. I'm fine dealing 5 to him here. That's great. That 8/3 could be an issue, but I'll play some chumpies. You know what we're gonna do here? You know what? I should probably kill this 2/2. But I should probably draw, right in case I could draw into another Vengeance. I'm at 10 health, though. I need to kill everything that he plays. But it's 8 damage. If he kills that, I don't have anything. I guess I can block with Teemo and kill the 2/2. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Hopefully he doesn't, like, deny me. Uh-oh. Black Spear! Yes! Black Spear! Oh, I'm Black Spear in that Alpha Windclaw so fast. Hopefully he doesn't... He has a lot of cards in hand, and he has a lot of mana open. I hate that guy. Oh, that guy is such an issue. I'm going to try to Black Spear this. Hopefully he doesn't recall it or something. Yeah, this 7/5's a big issue. So, it doesn't matter if I play anything here. He's just going to... Man. mine! Woo! Yes! So, that's, I think, the most I've ever hit someone with that off the top. Oh, man. It's because he let Teemo hit so many times. Teemo was just stacking them in his list. And then that turn, we... that was a fun game. That was a fun game. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little lengthy, but I'm going to start coming out with more and more Runeterra content. Also, I'm going to be coming out with some more Magic content. But yeah, if you guys like it, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it a lot. You guys can also find me streaming on Twitch. I'm almost at 1K followers at S1Colazo. You guys can also find me on Instagram at S1Colazo. I post a lot of my Friday Night Magic stuff on there, and I'm also going to be posting some Runeterra stuff on there as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's hella fun playing this deck. You guys can also see some decks here in the background that I might play in the future for you guys. But yeah, other than that, I'm your boy Colazo. Make sure you guys keep on dueling. I'll see you guys next time.